Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the JFK Memorial Coliseum, and happy Valentine's Day as Manchester Public Television. Glad to be with you on this fantastic Friday for a matinee matchup between the Trinity Pioneers and the Exeter Bluehawks. My name is Kyle Heavey coming at you, and starting this things off with an offsides here for Exeter. For Trinity, they come into this game with a 4-7-1 record, having things go a little difficult here for the past couple weeks, but on the other hand, you have the Exeter Bluehawks at 7-5-1, and they're looking to continue their winning ways and get into the playoffs. So we'll see what happens here with a day going on. And wow, a lot of whistles here. Puck's going out of play. It's just 29 seconds into this game, and right now we already have a lot going on here with a lot of whistles being blown. But for this Trinity squad, they got to get back into their winning ways. It's been a tough go of things as of late, but there's still plenty of time to right the ship and get things back in store here. So we'll see what they can do, but they got to keep the puck away from Joe Ronzello, who has been sensational. Start of the year with 4 out of 5 wins, and Trinity was looking very good, but again, it's been a tough few weeks here. A lot of games on the road here. They definitely have been busy with traveling around the state. But here we are at the J on Valentine's Day, and we're glad to be with you here as it's been since the 15th of January since they got their last win. They've had a tie in there, but overall it's just been a tough go of things, including earlier this week a game versus the Keene Blackbirds, which did not go in their way, a 4-0. So they're looking to get some goals and start things going here with a puck behind the net. Exeter really doing a good job of putting the pressure on, and now into the corner. Trinity tries to get it out and push to the side, and now still out in front now. Exeter really doing a good job of pestering things. Shot from a point, glove down, and push to the side. Game starting early here today as well. It was supposed to be a 2 o'clock start. I showed up at 1:52 and they're ready to go, so we're glad to be here and trying to get things going as quickly as we can to see what these Pioneers can do with Mason trying to pass it over. No one there, kind of a line change, so unfortunately Andrew Lewis was not there. Grayson Lebelzik, who was injured to start the season, doing a good job of trying to cause some frustration to these Blackhawks, or Bluehawks, excuse me. Shot there, and it's going to be covered up. So with 12:39 to go, we will have a face-off in the offensive zone for Exeter, and they will get a number of changes here as they get some fresh legs out here as well. And it's been a very impressive season here for Exeter, who, with West Valiant, their captain and center, doing a great job here for these Blue Hawks. I keep saying it wrong because I had Keene on the mind. Now pushed into the corner and out of the zone. Good amount of fans still in attendance here for this 2 o'clock start. And glad to be with everyone here on Manchester Public Television. Pushed up and will not be going for an icing, as having to chase it down was Luke Herron. Now Callum Haworth having some issues, taken by the Pioneers. Shot there. Oh, trickles are through. Now pushed down, and now Haworth will get it out. And these two teams certainly know each other as well. They were here for the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Tournament, and so it's been a kind of like a hello again, nice to see you, how's the season been type scenario here for these teams, but obviously points matter most right here. Shot just gets pushed around. Trinity trying to get it out of the zone. Push back now behind the net. Trinity cannot make a mistake right here. They got to get this out of the zone, and it does clear out. And now Ryan Wallace will have to come down here, as well as Brady Smith. And puck now out of the zone. Now chasing here is Dylan Benkin. Now here's some possible 3-on-2 for the Pioneers. Shot, and it's going to be held on to and a nice save by Logan Dixon. And we'll get a face-off with 10:58 to go in this first period here. Big day here for Exeter coming into the Queen City. The boys basketball team will be facing Memorial later on, so a lot of Exeter-Manchester battles going on here. Obviously, Trinity is still officially in the Manchester. Now a 2-on-1 for Exeter. Nice pass shot. Oh, what a save right there. Able to get that leg blocker in the way and keep this a scoreless game. Now centering feed, but it ends. Oh, turnover there, shot, and smartly held on to. And boy, a really bad turnover by Max Bolio. I think that he saw someone in his peripheral to his right and just was able to pass it over. And unfortunately, it was not his teammate. So now face off, won by Trinity. They will try to get it out. Pushed back down is Brady Smith. Back around the corner. Missed on that flick to get out of the zone. Back around and going to be sticked away, but not really the strongest stick. Exeter doing a good job of keeping the puck in their offensive zone, and now, unfortunately, Brady Smith not able to keep it in. Ryan Walls having to play strong defense as Bryson was doing a good job of putting some pressure on, but now it's coming the other way. Back and forth hockey we're getting here to start things off. Into the neutral zone. Exeter are going to tap it into the Trinity bench, and with 9:39, we'll get a face-off here right below us. And it'll be center ice, actually, they're going to decide to put it at. So we'll see what Hayworth can do on the face-off circle. He's actually going to eventually get it. Joe Crow out there as well for Exeter. Puck comes out. Now look at this, a chance for Trinity, but not able to get puck possession cleanly. And Exeter will take advantage of that. Now start heading the other way, but now it's deflected in the neutral zone. Both teams having some issues in the neutral zone. Now sent around, trying to get it to Colin Skirrett. Shot there, just does not get quality blade on it, and now coming the other way. Exeter going to get it out of the zone and pushing it up. They're going to Pioneer falling down here, and Andrew Lewis is going to have to fight hard in this corner here. He's got some help from Chris Centorino. And now they're going to swing it around, and out of the zone it goes. Fresh legs for both teams right now is giving some time to go around the net. Now coming in, Exeter puts some brakes on. Shot there, it'll open net. Shot again. Finally pushed away, and we'll get an icing here. But the goaltending is the story right here, as Joe Ronzello doing a great job, just a sophomore, and he's keeping this a scoreless game with 8:15 to go in this first period. And taking the face-off circle will be Wes Valiant. He wins it. Shot there goes way up in the air, and you can see that Ben Allman is just kind of like, I didn't expect it to be like that. He gets some love there from Wes Valiant, the 5'10", 170-pounder. Wes going to fight for it behind the net. Taking around. Looking for a teammate. He's going to keep it himself. Backhanded. Still in front of the net. Now pushed to the side. Into the corner. Ben with another shot. And finally Trinity will take it and trying to go the other way. But it will go for an icing. Anthony Ronzello was ready to have a breakaway, but unfortunately it goes for an icing as it did not touch anyone. And interesting to see, Max Bolio is heading to the bench right now. Something might not be right with him, whether his equipment or possibly injury. The trainer is still over here, so it's not like he is dealing with anything with injury, because she would be with him. So we'll see what happens here with just a 7:37 to go, and hopefully that one of the top players for this Trinity squad is not seriously injured. A shot blocked, and that will go out of play. And now, well, we're going to welcome our fellow commentator just getting out of school here, able to make his way over, and that is Zach Johnson. Zach, scoreless game right here. Exeter has been able to keep a lot of pressure on, but this Trinity defense seems to be up to the chance and see what they can do here.
It seemed to be how it's been so far. There's a glove save there by Ronzello. I was listening in the car on the way here, and Exeter's been applying some good pressure, but like you just said, the defense has been able to work well off of that.
Well, a full yard sale going on between the Pioneers as all 5 new players for the Pios, as they will nice collision behind the net, and they got to get things going.
Turn around out, and it's poked away. Along our far side, it's taken out. Ronzello shovels it down, and in stride there is Santorino. Back to the neutral zone. DeFreitas will dump it down. Someone to watch for on defense is Jack DeFreitas, been one of their most consistent forechecking defensemen and back-checking defensemen. Pass broken up there. Good work by Pat Maher. Got his body on it.
Yeah, he started today, and there's a reason for that, because he has been able to bring the pressure and do a great job for the Pioneers.
Slides its way down, and Andrew Lewis will take it. Up, knocked in there by Luke Caron.
It will be an offsides, though, as it did break the blue.
It's tough to see that Trinity they've had a really rough patch after starting off so hot.
Yeah, it's been weird to know that it's nearly been a month since they've gotten their last victory.
Yeah, and they started off so well with that Bedford game. Cullen Scarrett trying to take it out of the zone, but Brady Sorois flicks this off the glass and then played in the crease there by Ben Allman. It's moved up now to Joe Crow, and then a block shot there attempted by Callum Hallworth. Directed off the boards and will carom its way down the ice, no icing.
Nice roll on that.
It was a nice roll.
It really was impressive. It was centering feed.
Yep. Dumped down. No icing will be called. Sorois will play it. He's got to be careful, though, as 17 was right on his trail. Cullen Scarrett. That one. No icing another time, dumped down, and then a big collision, and now Hurley going for the loose puck, but the Blue Hawks able to take it away from him now. Up ice now is Cullen Scarrett. Broken up there by Dylan Benkin. West Valiant on him. It's dumped off the boards for Bolio. Tried to connect with Anthony Ronzello, and he couldn't find him. And now it's Ryan Wallace who takes this up for the Blue Hawks. It's been a long time of possession here for both teams without a stoppage. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, 10 minutes through this first, and both teams have just been skating hard.
Yeah. There were a lot of stoppages when I was listening on the way here, though. So
pucks out of play, icings, offsides.
There we go. That should be one.
There we go. There's another. But this goes in favor of Trinity, who has really been more on the causing the icing than being a part of it. So we'll see what this faceoff brings below us here with 4:48 to go. Let's see what Max Saludo can do on the faceoff.
Valiant versus Saludo, and they'll chop that along the far side. It's corralled by Noah Boldick and then taken away here by the Pioneers. They get a shot. Dixon gets his stick on it. It's moved up ice now for Chase Barber. Chase Barber across, and he couldn't connect with his line mate Boldick.
I mean, that has been a 1-2 combo, and they'll probably get one later on, but just to see it missing here, it must be the 2 o'clock start here, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, these kids left school to come play this game. A lot like me, although I left them.
You finished the whole day.
I finished the whole day. They got to leave to come play hockey at 2 p.m. on a Friday, which is a great start to their weekend, a long weekend at that. So if anything, I'd say these guys are pumped up down here.
It certainly is a nice feeling to have.
Tried to send one to the slot, and then there to break it up was Mason Wasieko. And now the Blue Hawks will take control again. Dicing his way in is Taylor Poyer, and it's turned aside by Joe Ronzello. Here's a chance down low. Centering pass. Broken up again by the Pioneers. It's Ben Siskevich. And now again a chance for the Blue Hawks. They'll dump it down. Grabbing that is Colton LaRoe. Moved over. Blue Hawks behind the net. Again trying to set something up there. This time was Connor Jarowski. Couldn't find his teammate. Moved up. Tate LaPriere has it poked away. Wrist shot. Blocked. Second chance. Annulled as the Pioneers will look to get it out of their own zone. Checked in by Wallace. Behind the net, backhand chance. They score! It got right by Ronzello. Exeter up 1-0 with 3 minutes left in the first period.
Yeah, I knew it was going to come to bite them sooner or later that they needed to get that puck out of the zone. And for them, it just was a bad goal given up. Jonathan Monge will take that. And the 5'7", 150-pound senior is on the board with 3:13 to go.
Well, they had all of that pressure. Sooner or later, they're going to get one by. Trinity could never get the puck into their offensive zone for that time period. 3 minutes, 8 seconds left. It's 1-0 Exeter. Zach Johnston and Kyle Heavey here on Manchester Public Television. And the matinee Friday afternoon, Exeter versus Trinity boys hockey here on Manchester Public Television. There's a good pass there by Bolio. He's going for Hurley. A chance that gets blocked. They had a chance there to tie it right back up. Hurley couldn't get a shot on net. Now they'll move that up for Crow, and Crow will take it up the right wing on our near side. So Royce is right on him. He falls to the ground, and the puck goes right back into the possession of Ryan Wallace. Moved down the ice there by Ben Allman.
Battle in the corner there.
Moved up the ice. Ronzello goes for it. It's now to DeFreitas. Off for Soroyce. Pass connects with Bolio. Kicked away by Dixon. And now it's Ronzello across for Bolio. They tried to center up Hurley. They couldn't connect with him. And they end up shooting it all the way the wrong side of the ice.
195 feet.
Just about. Connects. Now a great feed. Now here's Ronzello. Ronzello, change of direction, has to find an outlet pass. Can he connect? He finds his teammate. His shot goes just high. It was Andrew Lewis on that one. Benkin keeps this onside here for Trinity. Benkin, he shot it off his own teammate. He hit Ronzello with it. It's back for Hurley.
He's not going to want to remember doing that.
Yeah, that was just a little bit of a mishap there for Trinity on what looked to be their best offensive opportunity of the game. I think they've been struggling offensively, Kyle. That may be why they haven't been able to get anything going wins-wise. Sometimes it's either one big problem or like maybe 5 or 6 little problems. And you'd almost rather one big problem because then you know what to work at every week.
It's so true right there. And it's only so much you can do when you've really only averaging 2 goals a game over the past month.
Minute left to play in the period. Puck moved up for Ben Siskevich. He'll send it down Dixon's net. Charging for it is Anthony Ronzello, who checks the Blue Hawk into the boards. That was Pat Maher in stride for the puck, rather. Now it's moved up again now for the Blue Hawks. Wrist shot blocked. Second chance, up in the air, Ronzello has the trapper on it. He lost the puck and it finds its way in the net. They score! How did that happen?
Unfortunately, this kind of popped up in the air, and Joe will want that one back for sure, as he had a chance to cover it up, just was not able to do it cleanly and to give up a goal with 37 seconds to go.
It's Ben Almon who gets credit for that goal, and a late goal for Exeter. It's 2-0. Well, that one's going to sting heading into the intermission.
I mean, you can see the puck just up in the air, and you wanted to see him at least try to grab it or do something with it. Instead, it just kind of sat in front.
Hit the referee, and we'll go down. Be moved behind the net. Another chance off the body of Joe. Heavy pressure coming for Exeter late in this period, looking to make it 3. Kept onside by Wallace. Bolio lost his stick. He'll pick it back up. Ronzello now in stride with Hurley on his right. He has Hurley. Hurley walks in, shut down by the pad of Logan Dixon. And that will do it for the first period. Unless they get one more, they won't. Exeter tacks on one late to make it 2-0 Blue Hawks heading into intermission.
It was scoreless for the first 10, Zach, and then all of a sudden Exeter was able to soar away with the lead here, but obviously we'll take a break here, and we've still got 2 more periods to go, so plenty of time for the Pios to get back into it.
And when we come back, it'll be time for the second period here on Manchester Public Television. Stick around. We'll be back for the second. Back in action here for the second period. Once again, your score, Exeter 2, Trinity 0. After a first period which saw just 5 shots on goal from the Pioneers, struggling to establish an offensive identity here in this game. Exeter had 14 shots and just 12 saves for Joe Ronzello. Pioneers win the draw to start. Centurino tried to send the puck around the wing, and it ends up inside the Trinity zone for another defensive rush here for the Pioneers.
And we do have a discrepancy on our part for the second goal, as it was Connor Jaworski who ended up getting the goal, and not who we thought.
Jonathan Monge got the first, and Jaworski got the second. It's 2-0 Blue Hawks. No stoppage as Dixon got a stick on that. They'll keep it on side for now. Now Exeter will try to move it away, as good effort by Venezia. Now it's charging for it is Centurino. He wants to get to that puck. Moved up, connects. Bolduc, across, shot, save! What a stop there by Ronzello. Gave up a juicy rebound. They were able to control it. Connor Hurley will dump it down, trying to keep it in. And now 2-on-2 coming now. Across, in right place, right time. Max Bolio able to move it up the wing. Racing forward is Hurley. Can he win the race to the puck is the question. He chops it behind the net, going toward that. And moving that up the ice are the Blue Hawks. Off the boards. Bolio with it now. Sauces that up ice. It's picked off and moved down. Off the boards and off the legs of Bolio. Sending it toward our near side. Behind the net. Net's off. They're going to have to stop for that.
Both teams with golden opportunities to start this second period, but obviously Exeter putting a little bit more pressure. And one of those attempts there on the 2-on-2 down here, Zach, it was interesting to see that the referee kind of gotten in the way. So to see that, thankfully it didn't get too much further than that. But for Exeter, they had a tough 2-1 loss on Wednesday as well in the hands of the Wyndham Jaguars. So both teams are wanting to get this victory here today.
I don't think any team can really use a win like Trinity here in Division I to get back to where they once were earlier in the year, as they have to. Well, they went offside. I don't even think they blew the whistle there, or at least I didn't hear it.
And Trinity did get the best of Exeter back on January 11th with a 4-3 victory. So you know that these two teams have faced each other already 3 times this year. Or this would be the 3rd time this year.
Yeah, they played in the Christmas tournament, and then Trinity got the best of them in division play. That's when they beat Exeter was really when I was like, okay, this team is going to have a chance to do something here. They find themselves down 2-0 after the first period. Exeter looking to get a third here, as Trinity has yet to really attack on offense. Around the net there's Jonathan Monge, the goal scorer earlier. He'll take it. Monge behind the net. Mason Wasieko will take it away and now bring it up the ice. Dumps this off the boards to himself, and then an open ice collision there. Ryan Wallace checked him hard. Chipped up ice. Here comes Tate LaProire. Tate behind the net. Tate right up for Valiant, and a save made by Ronzello. Penalty coming up on Trinity.
And our first of the game, it will be an interference call. And now a 5-on-4 is not what Trinity would like to have at this point. Head into the penalty box will be Mason.
Yeah, Wasieko in there, 2 minutes for interference. I think Ronzello made that very important save on the West Valiant shot with his mask. Turned that away. That was some good puck movement there by the Blue Hawks. Charging there for it is Ben Siskevich.
I like how he moved the whole entire body to get that puck out of the zone.
Up the wing, West Valiant, drop pass back to Trinity Pioneers there to break it up. but no one out on the blue line. It's moved over. A shot tipped. That goes behind the net. Valiant holds, sets up shop, drops it back for Wallace. Wallace off the boards to Valiant. Valiant across, behind the net. They are waiting and waiting. They're being very patient here, Kyle, on this rush.
Yeah, why not? You're already up 2-0. You're going to make the, but now a chance for
here.
Trinity.
Racing down the ice, shot wide of the net there by Pat Maher. But anything to get offensively, even on the penalty kill.
Yeah, you can see that Exeter was just trying to tire out this Trinity defense.
Jaworski gets checked there by Colton LaRoe. Kept in by Karen. Gloved by Ronzello. Benkin can't clear it. Chomping at it with his stick. It's back to Sorois, who will send it down the ice about 175 feet. And actually, it won't roll that far.
We'll give it a 140. Judges.
Works for me. Sorois puts it on net. Sort of a pity shot on goal.
You know what? It got it deep in the zone, and to kill this last 30 seconds, you got to do whatever you can.
Valiant. He breezes in, and his shot gets deflected off the stick of TJ Venezia. But the speed of Wes Valiant, it's got to be a nightmare for a goaltender or a defenseman trying to.
Well, his goal is to hit
him.
the net, right? And, just not the right net.
Yeah, and hit off of Venezia's stick. Face off inside the zone. 20 seconds left for Trinity to kill. That's blocked in the slot. Loose puck. It's Benkin. He'll dump it down the ice. Big clear there for the Pios. Probably one more rush here for Exeter on the power play. Bad turnover from Dixon. And it's taken there by Ronzello. And he'll move it down to kill more time, but that could have been bad.
That's dangerous.
Watch out. Monge is going for the puck. Moved it across and nobody there. If you're a goaltender, 10 the goal. Back-to-back bad plays from goalies trying to play the puck. Could have turned into disaster. Now behind the net.
Back to even strength as well, Zach.
They tried to send one to Monge in the slot, and now Ronzello will take it along the far side. Ronzello full speed, saved by Dixon, and finally a good shot on net there from Trinity. They'll take the offensive zone draw. And I got to take a breath there.
I was going to say, that was a great job by Ronzello to get that puck. He had speed and he had tenacity, just didn't get as much of a blade to shoot that as hard as he wanted to, but with 9:45, able to kill off that 5-on-4. Trinity starting to feel some energy.
Benkin with a chance. His shot denied there by Dixon. Benkin knocks it down. He tried to move it over to an open Giannuzio, and he couldn't connect with him. And now comes Ryan Wallace. He'll send it down the ice. Icing. That's
Well, here barely. We go. Yeah, it was not by much, but the referees, who we haven't even gotten into talking about too much.
Eric Sandstrom and Dana Lavoie are the officials tonight.
Dana had a doubleheader here on Wednesday as he had to see the Manchester boys and girls play on a cloudy evening here, and now we got whistles for the face-off, and Exeter is going to get kicked out of the zone as Wes Valiant's like, what did I do wrong? And, now we're going to have another face-off here.
Big draw. Trinity will win it. Benkin throws it towards the net, and it's turned away there by Dixon's stick. Valiant with a change of direction behind the net. Wes Valiant. Long pass. He almost connected with the intended target. Now it's kept onside. Benkin able to break it up, but it's kept in. Shot goes wide there from Noah Bolduc. Kept in there by Wallace. Wallace has had a busy night, or a busy afternoon rather. Valiant dances in. Backhand shot save. Second chance laying on it is Ronzello. He's got the trapper on it, and they'll stop play.
What a move by Wes Valiant. Was able to get that puck off the glass, catch it with his hand, go behind his back, drop it to himself, and still had a backhanded chance. Yes, it was saved, but still you got to appreciate skills when you can see them.
Behind the boards, it's Sorois. Up in the air, knocked down by Ronzello. Missed pass. Back to retrieve it there for the Blue Hawks is Ben Allman.
Offside, so
Lebelzik up the wing. They got to move it down. Exeter moving it out. Up the ice, it's Sorois there to turn that aside now for Trinity. They'll try to regroup now defensively. Sorois will take it again. Moving this up ice. Wasieko trying to connect with Lebelzik. Bryson Lebelzik can't control the puck. Wasieko trying to keep it in, and now here come the Blue Hawks again. It's Cullen Scarrett. Banks that off the boards. No icing. Sir Royce has it. Sir Royce turned it over now. 2 Blue Hawks there to try to get a shot on net. Centering pass, turned away there by Lebelzik. It's back to Wallace. Behind the net to Crow. Crow. Saved by not by Lebelzik. Saved by Roncello. Wrong Lebelzik.
Last year.
Last year. They still got 2 Ronzellos and Lebelzik last year, Lebelzik this year. One of them's a goalie this year, one of them's a goalie last year.
Halfway through this game here, Trinity has got to get the puck on the other end of the ice.
Here comes Hurley. Lost that wide, but now Anthony Ronzello will take it from the corner. Will move it behind. Great pass and a shot that's turned away there by Dixon. Ronzello across. Crow trying to get it out. 7 minutes around left here in the second period. It's been a quick one so far. From the blue line, here's a chance. They score! Much needed Trinity goal. TJ Venezia took the shot from the blue line. I don't know if it got tipped or what, but it's in. It's 2-1 Trinity. And it's Venezia taking the fist bumps down the Trinity bench. It's 2-1.
The sophomore gets the goal. He just kind of threw that at the net. A lot of screens in the way. Goalie could not see it. And now we got a 1-goal game. And now a penalty on Trinity for tripping.
Oh, man.
Oh, just right after you get a lot of excitement, you now have to be frustrated as Max Bolio is ready to just hit a stick against anything except for Brooklyn, the trainer.
I hope not. TJ Venezia against the goal. We'll see who picks up the assists. But now they are back on the kill. They can't give a goal up here, especially early in the power play. They'd lose all their momentum.
I mean, off the face-off, and that would have been a high stick. Yeah, there we go.
Oh. They'll just take a face-off.
Yes, but we'll see where the...
I'm just used to when refs go like this with the hand motion, then it's a penalty.
And the face-off will come deep in the Exeter zone.
That's what
huge.
they do here. So this is, like you said, this is huge. Valiant, Hurley, big face-off. It's a draw that gets tied up and it's won by the Blue Hawks, and they'll take it behind their own net. Set something up here on the power play with 1:45 left to go. Tripping on Max Bolio, and he's one of their better killers, Kyle.
Hurley was trying to go for that shot on that face-off.
Back up top. Here's a chance now for the Blue Hawks. Fit across to Valiant. Valiant along our far side. Back to the blue line for Ben Alman. Alman, Valiant. No penalty called. There's some collisioning right in front of the net. Chance down low. Beautiful feed. They score! Potting that in is Chase Barber. And an early power play goal for the Blue Hawks. They are back to a 2-goal lead.
Just 36 seconds after they get the 5-on-4 penalty called, and they are able to capitalize. And Max Bolio has got to be very irritated with himself to allow that tripping and now to have his team go down 2 goals again.
That goal was so big for them, and Venezia, you got to feel like you have no support there. That one going behind the net. Valiant's there. Valiant chopping at the puck with Benkin on his tail. It's moved up to Centurino, and they'll try to keep it onside. Brady Smith can't do it for Exeter. Dumped off the boards. Valiant will take it. Centurino up along the wing. Centurino wrists one wide.
Over Trinity, you got to wonder if they're going to go for that top corner, as it seemed like.
Racing in, another chance! And he couldn't connect with Valiant. It was Barber looking for Valiant. Jaworski back to the blue line. Wallace dumps this off the boards. Valiant from behind the net. Valiant, down low shot. Oh, great stop by Roncello. He went coast to coast to rob him. This stays 3-1 Exeter.
And great job by Jaworski as well to get that shot off as he was falling to the ground. And he can see that he's got more white on his jersey than usual with a lot of snow covering.
It's not because of the 400 snowstorms we're getting up here in the Northeast.
This is getting pretty gnarly these days.
We're getting used to Thursday snowstorms, Sunday snowstorms.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thursday, Sunday. Batted down. That. Uh-oh. Whoa, where's the puck? What happened there? Ronzello didn't see it in all the way. That would be like E3 if you're thrown to a first baseman. Popped right out of his glove, and I thought it went in for a second.
I was just staying on him, trying to figure out where it was myself, Zach. And thankfully it stayed out of the net.
And thankfully it stayed out of the net. That is true. You don't want that for anybody, giving up a goal like that. Back is Callum O'Connor to try to get this back into position for Trinity to get back on the board. That's sent down. They're going to no-call that one as Wallace goes in stride for it. Wallace from behind the net, moved up ice. Now Trinity, Colton Moreau will take it off the boards. Dixon with his stick turns this away to his teammate. And Ben Alman turned over. Bolio's got some room. Max Bolio is shot. Score! Max Bolio! Watch out, here he comes. 3-2.
Great to see after giving up that goal while he was in the penalty box and able to get the game back to within one goal here. And props to him for being able to snipe that in. Now you can see that he's going over, saying, my bad, we'll do better, we promise.
That's a leader. And, you know, you get a guy like him in that much space. The same thing I was talking about with West Valiant's shot is when you're a goalie and a guy like that's coming in with all that space, you're like, uh-oh, there's only so much I can do. I can cover as much as I can. There's a good check there from Bolio, and now some momentum for the Pioneers. They build off each other, and they don't quit. That's what this team has done so far this year. They're looking to continue to do that despite having a losing streak. Behind the net, it's a good feed to the slot. Wrist shot, chance save, Ronzello. Kick back out to the blue line. Blocked, batted around, another chance. Wallace saved by Ronzello. Turns it away.
Oh,
Monge gets checked hard by Andrew Lewis. Knocked away, and another turnover, a chance, a save, a rebound. Hurley is there, trying to get it out. Bolio off of the glove there of Brady Smith to keep it in for Exeter. They want to get back within two again. Oh, Monge with another chance. Oh, no. Oh. The puck just came up here and hit somebody in the head. So much going on at once. There was a penalty, another bad one from Trinity, and then it came up toward us. The puck did. They tried to clear it. They don't have protective netting up here. They're discussing on who the penalty will be on, as that was too much for me to follow at once.
the penalties on Connor Hurley.
Connor Hurley
for that
trips.
Cross-check.
Connor Hurley tripped up Jonathan Monge, and, you know, he got the worst of that. Monge did. He got tripped up bad. That was an easy call for the referees to make, and then they tried to clear it away, and it came right at us. Another power play for Exeter in a one-goal game. Here's Allman, save. Ronzello traps it right at the ground. 3:10 left in the second period. 3-2 Exeter here on MPTV.
Well, they're 1 for 2 on the power play, so 50% is pretty good. But will they go up to 66% or 33%? We'll see what happens here.
Math is a wonderful thing. Allman, Valiant connects with Allman. A little too much there for Connor Jaworski, but he plays it off the boards. Jaworski back to Allman from the top. Feeds it down low. Oh, my goodness. He had a man set up. It was Joe Crow. He couldn't connect with him.
And that side of the net was quite
Wrist shot
open.
turned away. Second chance. They score. That's a tough one for Trinity, and it's Joe Crow who gets it in.
And look at that again, Zach. 36 seconds, just like the last one, into the 5-on-4. And they are able to get another power play goal to make this a 4-2 game.
Joe Crow on the power play. That kind of deflated the energy that they got from that Bolio goal. And it's now 4-2 Blue Hawks. Their defense has not been good today, Kyle. Their defense has been one of their strong suits so far this year. They have not played up to expectation here so far defensively. And it's not like the offense has been great either, but they have 2 goals. And they've taken what they've been able to get.
They've definitely
they loose puck, and Hurley will drop it back to Sir Royce. Now they got to work offensively now. The pass is the pass. They got a chance to do something on the offense. Good job kicking the skate there That was Colton LaRoe on that blue line. Chipping at it there is Ronzello trying to force a turnover on Wes Valiant. He'll take it from behind the net and move it up ice. Here comes Barber. Barber drops this back. Broken up there by Hurley. Good pass to Barber. Valiant takes it. It's blocked. LaRoe. Dumped down. Off the boards. 3 Pios back to take it. It's Hurley who grabs possession for Trinity. Takes it around the boards, and chopping at it was Bolio. And now he comes away with the puck and feeds it up ice. Oh, he had Ronzello on stride, but Luke Karen able to break it up.
And Connor Hurley needs to be careful. He just had a little cross-check to the upper shoulder area that could have almost hit the head. So
it is 5-on-5. They have not taken the power play off of the scoreboard. It is still 5-on-5. Pass connects. Here comes Ronzello up along the wing. Anthony Ronzello waits, takes a shot, saved by Dixon with the glove. Rebound taken out there by Luke Karen. 1:10 left to go in the period now. Joe Crow. Crow gets around Hurley. Crow takes a shot, takes it wide. LaRoe. Right in front of us. Puck slides behind the net. Minute left to play in the second. 4-2 Blue Hawks over the Pioneers. Long pass, too far, icing called. Face-off coming inside the Trinity zone.
I'm looking down at Coach Cannell, and he is not pleased with the way his team has given up. Again, they're already down 2-0, and then to give up 2 power play goals in this period is not what they had written up. And now face-off deep in their zone, and the referees are chatting here for a moment, trying to figure out, is it yours or mine?
Face-off coming, here we go. Valiant won the draw. Valiant back to the blue line. Whiffed on that shot opportunity there. And now it's Santorino. Takes a shot, turned away by the blocker of Logan Dixon.
And I was wondering if this is what Trinity was going to do, try to go send it on him, because after giving up that first goal, you know that Trinity is smelling blood now.
20 seconds left in the period. They can't give up a late one. Oh, they might give up a late one. Here come the Blue Hawks, cutting back Valiant. Oh, robbed by Ronzello, and it stayed out. Santorino, 8 seconds. Santorino down the wing. He gets checked and dumps the puck down. And that will do it for period number 2.
Oh, see how physical this gets here in the third, as obviously both teams are not liking each other at this moment in time, but for Exeter, they have 2 power play goals, and they won't mind if Trinity makes some more mistakes. But for Trinity, at least you're getting on the board, and you know how to get it past the goalie at this point.
Well, down 2. When we come back, it'll be the third period. Trinity trails Exeter 4-2. Stick around. We'll be right back for period number 3. Ready to go for the third period here. It's 4-2 Exeter, as the Pioneers are looking to stay in this game. A 2-goal lead is the worst to have in hockey, Kyle. We are ready to go for the third to see if the Pioneers can mount another comeback. The Pioneers will win the draw. They'll move it back to Brady Smith. Feed this up to Chase Barber. And now the Piles will try to dump it out. They're moving. Trinity will be scoring on the goal on the left side of your screen now, like they were in the first period, in which they did not score any goals.
Yeah, Pioneers, though, winless in 7 straight. They don't want to make it lucky number 8 here, as they got to get some goals. They've cut it to 1 twice now, and wow, heck of a save right there. And Wes Valiant has got to be getting annoyed at this point. He's had some amazing saves.
I think he's doing just fine in a 4-2 lead right now.
That's valid. And now we got a full line change for both teams here.
It's what they call a oh, no, I don't even remember. Oh, no. I can't remember. Chance down low there, trying to squeak it by. It's still loose.
Front.
This is how they gave up their goal to Joe Crow. They couldn't get the puck out of the crease. Wholesale changes is what I was trying to say. Here's Ronzello. It's moved back to the neutral zone. And now it's Crow who will dump it down behind the net. Benkin going for it. Gets a little collision there. A friendly shoulder from Cullen Scarrett. That's a cool name. You don't hear that one a lot. Thrown toward the net. Broken up by Colton LaRoe. Fed across. Can't get a shot. Good defense there by Hurley to break it up. Hurley hits the ice. No penalty. Actually, that was LaRoe who hit the ice. LaRoe going for the puck now. Into the corner, he's checked. Behind the net, it's Benkin. And now, stolen by Bolio. He races down the wing. Bolio, wrist shot, score! He's done it again! Max Bolio. And we're back to a 1-goal game.
That's a huge goal, getting that a $1.29 into the period. And yeah, you can feel the energy off of Max right now as he wanted to get that his second of the game. And now it's just a matter of time to see if we can get this to be a 4-4 game or if Trinity will give up another goal and be down 2 again.
We certainly hope not. Let's hope they stay out of the penalty box, Kyle. That was big after they had their last Bolio goal. They had a penalty from Hurley. They coughed up their 1-goal deficit. They're going to look to keep it like that, although Exeter has been very well offensive. They've been playing very well offensively. Now they're offside.
Not what they were meaning to do there, but
nope.
By any means. But now face-off will come at center ice. Interesting. I don't know that.
I don't know either. Cover it so we can have another face-off. Nope. And here we go. Dumped along behind the boards. Trinity now down 1 yet again. Down low. Toward the net. Gloved there by Wasieko, and then off of the stick there of Lewis. Trying to move it away. Down low. Shot. Save there by Ronzello. Where is it? The puck. It's another scramble out in front of the net, and they couldn't put it in. This has been a lot of how Exeter's been able to get to Trinity. Oh, my goodness. Watch out. With all of his momentum, a big hit there. And the puck loose, picked up Wasieko. Dump it, take a face-off.
Well, face-off comes 12-26, but wow, what a collision there.
Connor Jaworski got that hit. And man, he crushed him.
Well, he scores goals, he makes hits. That's a type of player that you enjoy for Exeter. And now with see if they can.
Face-off is won by the Pios, but they can't get it out deep in their own zone. Valiant. Oh my goodness, he just went bar down! Oh no, it's Wes Valiant again with a hard shot on Ronzello. This time it goes in. Like you're saying, Kyle, he's had some real good chances. Ronzello has had his number today, but now top shelf, 5-3.
Exeter answers a minute 16 after giving up the goal. And now back to a 2-goal lead. Their third time in this game they've had a 2-goal lead.
Well, Trinity, Bolio, how's he feeling right now? He's out on the ice. You got to be thinking, come on. I just got us back to 1. They just got to bear down and do it again. Maybe when the time is right at the end of the game, if they can string together some good offensive ranges, good offensive time of possession, keep it away down from below the net. They just got to get another one to get it back to 1. Behind the net. Oh, no, we have an injured player.
I saw the collision happen, and it was not a good one there. And we'll see. Brooklyn, the trainer, will come out as he's definitely in some pain right now.
I believe that is Brady, number 9, junior defender. And it's hard when you're on skates to try to get up and catch your breath. And sometimes if you take a tough hit, you kind of want to just feel out on the ice a little bit, figure out where it hurts. But
he came to the collision and unfortunately got the tough end of it. And I guess we'll just kind of take a break here and come back to see if he's starting to move his way up. All right,
every time we're about to go to break, he's going to.
Yeah, there we go. Now we'll see if he ends up heading to the locker room or if he comes to the bench. We're waiting to see what.
Well, I don't know. You can't even tell, obviously, even in hockey where the injury is. It may be, I never know. But he'll head to the locker room. They'll check on him. Or in the penalty box to be checked on. But not penalized. That wouldn't be good.
That definitely is a weird spot to be in.
Yeah.
Where you got to go to your penalty box.
Happens at JFK. Maybe they just don't have the room, but the trainer will check on Brady. We'll hope he's okay. 11 minutes, 40 seconds left in the third. The Exeter Bluehawks lead the Trinity Pioneers 5-3 here on Manchester Public Television. I'm Zach Johnston with Kyle Levy. It's been a pleasure to bring you matinee hockey here on this Valentine's Day Friday afternoon. Moved up ice, so we've seen this story before with Max Bolio in space, and now he'll take it from behind the net, and he lost it. Good work there by Ryan Wallace to break that up. Change of direction, spins around, dumps it off the back wall. Moved up here. Not onside. Nearly kept that onside there. TJ Venezia. Moved up now to Jaworski. Jaworski from that backhand trying to throw it on net. Maybe tipping it in. Ronzello with another good stop off the boards. And full speed ahead goes Ronzello to try to break it up. Oh, Hurley had the puck. Nearly a blast on net. It wasn't a directed pass toward him. Tripped up on the play. That'll be a penalty.
Well, Connor
Interference is the call.
Connor Hurley and Wes Valiant kind of got into it, and then trying to defend his teammate was number 17 and Colin Scarrett, and he will get called for the interference. And now we'll see for the first time in this contest, Zach, a Trinity power play.
And they need it, and they need it bad. And now a collision and a chance for Ronzello down low, but it's broken up by Brady Smith. He'll send it down the ice.
Great backhand to get it all the way down the length of the ice.
If there's a chance for Trinity to do something, it's got to be here. Maybe a hat trick for Max Bolio. Oh, you turn it over? Oh, my goodness. They almost gave up a shorty. Ronzello able to break it up. How do you turn that over?
And then you give up an icing here.
Oh, that's gross. They gotta turn it around after that.
25 seconds here into this power play for Trinity, and now they got to get this face off and come the length of the ice.
That's a bad turnover. It's a tough one to swallow. Now Bolio heads to the bench. You got your second power play unit out there. They almost gave Exeter a golden opportunity to make it a 3-goal game, shorthanded. Well, new guys out there, new chance to set something up as Pat Maher dances in, and it's chopped away. And cleared back out there for Callum O'Connor. Loose puck, battle in the neutral zone. They can't get it in their own zone. Up the wing in front of us, here comes Santorino, maybe with a step. Can he drop it back? It's instead cleared by the Bluehawks right toward Ronzello. And now that they've had a minute, half of their power play is done.
And now they're going icing. So face-off will come the length of the ice here. And, yeah, Coach is rubbing his eyes right now in disbelief of what's going on. Just this is not what they had practiced all week and what they had tried to deal with the Keene game. And just back to the drawing board it might be after this weekend.
You know, what seemed like a golden opportunity on that power play has turned into pure frustration. And they still have 50 seconds. Oh, and then he turned it over in front of the net. Slap shot, drive goes wide. Another chance sliding Ronzello. It's still loose in front of the net. They can't bail out their goalie, and then they turn it over right in front of them. What as bad has turned to worse on what's been just a power play for the Pioneers. I haven't seen a team turn the puck over in front of their own net on a power play 3 times ever. That is a sour one. And now a good pass down low and a check there by Ronzello. 20 seconds left. Here's Benkin. Dumps that off the glass. Kept out in center ice. Moved out. Hurley will take it. 10 seconds left to try to get an on-man rush going. It's Bolio who moves it up to Ronzello. Pass was a little too far. 5 seconds to go, and coming out of the box, back to even strength. The penalty was on Callum Scarrett, by the way. We never mentioned the interference was on him.
I had.
Then you did. I didn't hear it then. Here's Ullman. Ullman behind the net. The defenseman sets one up down low, and it's broken up there by Colton Leroux. Pass to the blue line. Wrist shot, batted down. Save. Second chance. And covered by Ronzello. 8:25 left here in the third.
Yeah, Trinity has got some tired legs, it seems like. They are not skating nearly as hard as what Exeter is. And there's a reason why the Pios are down 2, but still with 8:25 to go. Anything can happen here.
Back to the blue line. And now it's passed to down behind the net for Jack DeFreitas to chase it in the corner. Battle for the puck. Valiant chance. Gobbled up. Saved by Ronzello.
Hey, he's trying to go for number 2 as well in this contest.
Yeah.
So we'll see it will be West taking this face-off.
Back. Still a 2-goal game. Trinity is still in it. But their goals have come from TJ Venezia and 2 from Max Bolio. And I think Bolio's been on the ice for all 3. Ronzello made the save and then coughed it up in front of the net. Down in the corner. Toward the slot. Valiant tried to get a stick on, and it's moved up to Centurino now for Trinity. Centurino's got 3 Blue Hawks in front of him. Takes a shot, turned aside by Dixon. Off the boards to the blue line. Here's Venezia. Saved by Dixon.
And for Dixon, 6'4", 225 pounds.
He's a big dude.
He definitely knows how to block some shots with that size, as he takes up half the goal as it is. And, you know, with that size, it's hard to get any pucks past him.
Up the wing now. Checked. It was Joe Crow bringing that in. Nearing the 7-minute mark here in this third period as time winding down for Trinity, down by 2. A turnover. Lebelzik took a hit there, or gave the hit rather, to Monge. Jonathan Monge, one of the early goal scorers, the first goal scorer of the game for the Blue Hawks. And I understand, Kyle, why you were calling them Blackhawks earlier. I almost did it myself.
Yeah, I mean, I just talked about Keene, how they played, and that's the Blackbirds, and then now you got the Blue Hawks. It's certainly
and the Blackhawks are an NHL team, so I mean that helps too.
And an offsides here, which
I don't know what they're calling, but without a doubt, they'll have a face-off inside the Exeter zone. Trinity, they got to win this draw here. This is an important face-off for them. 6:44 left here in the third period. Face-off, tied up. And Exeter will take it. It's Ryan Wallace who moves it up the ice. Down for Bolio, who'll dump it. It's Dixon who plays it behind the net and drops this back for Brady Smith. Smith moves this into the corner, and now Ronzello has it for the Pioneers. A turnover from Exeter. Set up down low. Nothing there. Wrist shot redirected wide. Up ice. 2-on-2 coming. Dump down, racing for it. Jack DeFreitas. Behind the net, Benkin goes for it and can't get his stick on that puck. Trinity have been playing much better, keeping the puck away from their net after that abysmal power play they had. Bolio couldn't get a pass away, and they turn it over, but now Benkin will take it, sends it down the ice. Exeter, it's Monge. They couldn't keep it in. Benkin couldn't get his stick on it. Valiant has one already today, shoots one wide. Monge for the rebound, couldn't get his stick on it. 5.5 minutes to go. Connor Hurley with a pass, feeds it in stride now for Ronzello, dancing in one-on-one, broken up by Luke Caron. Ronzello gets it back. Moved out, directed. Bolio going for it. Bolio pokes that away from Ben Allman. In the corner. Exeter. Too far of a pass. And now it's Jonathan Monge. Drop pass back. Wrist shot high. Couldn't get it on net. Callum Holworth. Too much on it.
Certainly a tough spot. You want to go high corner, but if you miss, it's just going to hit the glass and go the opposite way.
Under 5 to go here in the third. 2-goal deficit for the Pioneers. They need one, and they need it quickly. Dancing in now, Maher shoots it on the body of Dixon, who has been solid here in this game. You take away the 2 good goals from Max Bolio. It's been a really good game for Logan Dixon.
Yeah, the senior looking to see if he will go on. Obviously, started the year with some tough spots with giving up some goals, but overall he's certainly strong in the goalpost.
Dumped down, moving for it. Not able to get there in time. Chase Barber and another icing coming this time inside the Exeter zone. 5-3 game, Trinity down by 2. Under 5 minutes left to go here in the third period.
I mean, Exeter started the year 1-2, giving up 9 goals to Concord back on January 4th, and also losing 4-3 to Keene. So they've had a up and down season, but still looking to get themselves into the playoffs, sitting at that 7-5-1 record.
Slipped away. Barber going for it. They wanted a penalty called on Trinity there, but they didn't get it.
Both players got tangled up. They're battling for the puck.
The last thing Trinity can do here is get penalized. Centurino throwing on net. Behind, it's picked up by West Valiant. Connects his pass. Here's a chance for Exeter's shot. Couldn't get it away, and Bronzello was way out of the crease there. Playing a little too aggressive, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get a shot away anyway.
Well, we're under 4 to go, so now it's got to be time for Trinity to at least get within 1.
Thrown on net, and yeah, they gotta get something going. You are definitely right. Benkin. Good pass. He connects with Ronzello. Takes a shot. Turned away by Dixon. Rebound by Ullman. That's going to be icing. No, it's not. Ronzello's going to come out to play it smartly. And now Benkin, he's got 2 Blue Hawks behind him. He gets a pass out. Trinity looking really clean here right now. Drops this back. Bolio couldn't get a stick on it. Bolio, they're trying to keep it in their half of the zone. Now a great pass from Joe Crow. Connects with Monge. Monge and Crow behind the net with 3 Trinity defensemen with 3 minutes left to go in the third period. 5-3 score. Exeter leads Trinity. Monge from behind the net. Trinity trying to get some late goals. Here's a chance for 1. Here's Bolio. He's got 2 today, and it's broken up by Ryan Wallace. Took it right from him.
Heck of a play by Wallace right there.
It won't go unnoticed. Far trip. I don't know what the penalty or what the call is if they're just pointing the other way. Oh, the net's off, and the face-off will now take place
outside the blue line. So it'll be in the neutral zone here with 2:35 to go in this contest. It's National Ferris Wheel Day as well, Zach, and it feels like we're just going round and round here on this in this game with everything kind of working in Exeter's favor for sure. As a
collision there. Behind the net. Drop towards center ice. And that is actually off of the body of Pat Maher. 2:10 left in the third. Off the glass, up in the air, heads up, out of play.
And that's the first of the game. We've really been pretty clean with the pucks not going into the crowd. They've gone into the benches, but here we got some fans that are in the stands here that thankfully, well, I guess we do have one Exeter player who did get hit in the head over here. So pucks have been flying around for sure.
Behind the net, 2 minutes to go here in the period. Trinity needs one. They need it quickly. We said that earlier. Uh-oh, that's a penalty, and that's not good, as now down on the ice in that big collision. It's Chase Barber. Miscommunication from Hurley and Bolio leads to a collision.
And referee is saying he's going to give another 2 if he. So Hurley is second time going to the box, and thankfully Barber is able to get up on his own power and head to the bench. And with a $1:54 to go, it will be a 5-on-4 again for the Blue Hawks, who are 2 for 3 on the day, looking to go 3 for 4. And now Coach wants a quick explanation.
Yeah, if anything, figure out what happened and get more clarity on a bad penalty taken there by Hurley, his second trip to the box today. Here's Ben Ullman from the blue line.
Tripping is the call.
Ullman, Valiant, try to kill some time or maybe make it a 3-goal game. Trinity needs to force a turnover. Ullman from the blue line. Back to Valiant. Ullman Valiant. Well, will they use any of the other 3 guys on the ice?
That's what I was wondering. I mean, they're killing time. It's a smart move right here.
Oh, man, it's back to him. He can't turn it over. Watch out. Another tripping. They don't call it. Now, chance, shot. Missed it. Second chance. Valiant scores again. Power play goal. 6-3 Exeter. West Valiant. He's got another.
Well, Zach, this one was 4 seconds longer than the other two. Just 40 seconds into the 5-on-4. And West Valiant gets a second power play goal. And now the Blue Hawks are looking to soar back to Exeter and enjoy their President's Day weekend with a nice 6-3 lead. And not looking so promising for Trinity, who are going to go 8 consecutive without a win, Zach. So as we're going to be having a tough spot with players of the game at this point. We've got a number of contenders at this point.
Yeah, I think they all go to Blue Hawks. Maybe a Bolio. We'll think about it later. Ice Monster. We haven't seen that a lot today. He's been
quiet. I think it's too early in the day for him.
I agree. I think they hibernate. I think they're nocturnal creatures. The Ice Monsters.
Well, 45 seconds to go, and we'll see.
Moved up ice now. Monge sending it away, and well, this will just continue a tough stretch for Trinity. As that one stopped by Ronzello. But, yeah, I mean, this will continue a tough stretch for the Pioneers, Kyle.
Yeah, it's not going to be a nice photo finish at this point. They're going to be dealing with some tough contenders here. And, we'll see them on Wednesday as well facing Manchester, who's been hot as, a grill lately, the way they've been playing.
22 seconds to go here in this one. Barring a late goal, which looks close here. Shot stopped. And you shouldn't be having to put this much pressure on your goalie when you're down by 3 late in the game.
Oh, now.
Late chance here, charging toward the net. Turned away by Dixon. He's been solid here in this one. Dixon, another solid stop by him. That was Saskevich with that late breakaway. That's going to wrap this one up. 6-3 the final. Exeter pulls away with this one in the end. After, without Max Bolio, it's an offensive falling flat here for Trinity. They are able to put 3 up on Logan Dixon and the Exeter Blue Hawks.
I was going to say, that is one good thing about Trinity, as they were able to get more goals than they've gotten in their last 2 games. And now we'll see what they can do. They're going to have the likes of Salem on Monday at 3 o'clock, who Salem is doing pretty well. And then we'll be back here on Wednesday for the Central West Memorial Manchester Kings squad right there. So for the Exeter, they'll go to 8-5-1. We'll jump ahead of Keene now, and because Keene has a game to be played. And then for Trinity, they will fall now to a 4-8-1 record.
Well, for the 3 stars, there's a couple of guys who are in contention. I think Ryan Wallace played a really good defensive game today.
Very impressed with what Ryan was able to do, able to make some.
He has at least 1 assist. So he definitely had some points in the day. I think we give that 3rd star to Ryan Wallace.
I'm going to give it to West Valiant to be able to get 2 power play goals, and he had a bunch of apples as well.
I think we give him the 1st star, though.
We're going to give him the 1st star. Well, second go to Logan?
Yeah,
what are you thinking?
Second will go to Logan Dixon, and, I don't know how they do it. 1st star is the best, although 3 stars normally means better than 1. I never really understood that. Player of the game goes to West Valiant. The captain of the Blue Hawks showed out today with 2 goals. And then we'll also give a shout-out to Logan Dixon and Ryan Wallace for their efforts to shut down the Pioneers' offense today. I keep thinking it's nighttime. Well, that's going to do it. It was a battle here between these 2 teams, but at the end, it was Exeter who were able to shut down Trinity's offense and limit them from really doing anything. And it was also Trinity's lack of a power play to really get them going that really resulted in a 6-3 loss. So Trinity continues their struggles, and Exeter remains top of Division I. That's all we got from myself and Kyle Levy, Jason Cody, Brendan McCormick, and Joe Lahr back at the Manchester Public Television station. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to this afternoon's coverage of boys Division I hockey in the NHIA. Once again, Trinity falls to the Exeter Blue Hawks 6-3. Thank you for tuning in on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Have a great rest of your long weekend. We'll see you tonight Manchester Crusaders, Memorial Crusaders basketball tonight against Exeter at 7 p.m. Tune in here on Channel 16. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again later.